Hey, hi. Um, God bless you. I want to say that about a weekend ago, I received my results from a physical that I did a month ago. Um, just to give you a little background, about, I don't know, maybe about almost a year ago, I had an episode where I was having a hard time breathing and, and my heart was having palpitations. This was in late September. I was leaving work and I realized that halfway down the block, I could not move. It hurt to breathe. It felt like the air was thin and my heart was beating. My chest hurt. It felt like someone was driving a stake through the back of my chest. It hurt each time to take a breath. Mind you, I was walking really fast. So you can imagine how many breaths, I was heaving. But each time I would do a quick breath, I would be in pain. And it literally took me what would normally take a 5-minute walk from my job to the train station, a couple short blocks away. It took me over half an hour. I probably should have went back to my job and called ambulance from there, but I at least wanted to get into Brooklyn. So what I did was I took my time, and almost 40 minutes later, I end up getting into the train station. I end up getting on train and getting out that train in downtown Brooklyn. I work in Midtown Manhattan. Getting off the train at downtown Brooklyn in order to go to Brooklyn Hospital. They took great care of me there. I was there pretty much all night until, I don't know, 2 in the morning or so. All day, afternoon until, 2 in the morning, the following morning. And they ran their x-rays. They found nothing. They did blood tests, EKG. They didn't find anything. Nothing in my urine either. And I could say, a few weeks later, I had to go through a series of tests. More echocardiograms. Later that month or the following month, I think it was. Yeah, sometime in October, I had to do a couple of stress tests. Test to see if I have asthma. Test to see if my heart could induce stress. I was running on the treadmill like a marathon man. And, well, really, I was supposed to walk fast, they told me. But my heart was pumping just fine. They couldn't find any problems whatsoever, nothing be explained. So we just leave it up to God and say thank you. So I give that as a background, right? Now, about less than 2 months ago, I noticed some red coloring in my stool. You could turn it off if this is already disgusting you, but I encourage you to hang on because this is to further promote you to take care of yourself. So I noticed what appeared to be blood in my stool, and it concerned me. So I noticed it maybe twice in a week or twice in the course of 2 weeks. And then I told my wife about it. So she said, well, you need to get that checked pronto. You need to talk to somebody. So I went ahead and I scheduled my appointment with my doctor in Brooklyn to get a physical. honestly, the last time, and it's sad to say, I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 in maybe about 7, 8 months. And the last time I had a physical done was probably when I was in the Marine Corps, before I got out, at least a year before I got out. So I got out, that was in 2005, I believe, 2004, 2005. And yeah, the last time I had a physical done was probably 2003 on the base. That was it. That's not good. So last time I had a physical done, I was about 23 years old. And now I'm 39. 16 years. Not good. The typical stuff that guys are known for are not getting physicals until something bad happens. So, or a sign of something bad happening. So again, like I said in my story, I had a health scare concerning my heart and a health scare concerning my colon. So I told my doctor after I got physical done, I did the urinalysis. They drew blood. Then I had to do a stool sample test. Very disgusting. I was just going to leave you to your thoughts to think about what I had to do and just leave it like that. But I did it and brought the specimen, to the to the diagnostic center attached to my hospital, my clinic. And they got me the results right away. Like I said, I went to go see the doctor this past weekend. And he gave me, thanks be to God, a clean bill of health. No occult blood, which is what they call when blood is throughout your feces, your fecal matter. It was just on top, which actually indicates that there might have been a slight tear inside the colon, or internal hemorrhoid, if you will. Nothing serious. Something that can be easily treatable. I just need to eat more fiber in my diet, from what he told me, so that way I don't strain as much. I realized that I do strain when I use the bathroom sometimes, and it really has happened more since I fell at my job, just over 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And then the previous year, fell on my lower back, landed on my lower back at work twice. Not going to get specifics of that. But yeah, it was since then that, I started having pain whenever I would sit on the toilet to eliminate or defecate, to pass the stool. Okay, let me be mature. Yeah, that's when I noticed this. So my doc said that just eat more fiber and you'll be fine. Other than that, my sugar level is checked, my glucose, my LDL, HDL, what else? Every exam you could think of was done through my blood and my urine. They tested for everything. And praise be to God, I have a clean bill of health. So I say all that within these 10 minutes to encourage you men strongly. Please go get your checkups. I don't care if you're in your 40s, your 50s, if you're in your 30s, or even your 20s. Go ahead. If you have insurance through your job, most of the time the annual physicals are free, depending on what you got. or you might have a small copay. Please, your health is worth it. Just go get the physical done. Just get it done, bro. Please, get it done, man. It's very important for your health. Something my brother said the other night. We were celebrating my dad's birthday. He's 70 plus. I'm not going to say what the number is to protect his privacy, but he's 70 plus years old. And my dad said, my brother said, you got to take care of you, because at the end of the day, like Dad always says, you got to look out for number one. Now, there's so many ways you could take that, but in the immediate context, it's the fact of your health. My brother went on to say that whatever you do to not take care of yourself, it affects you more than anybody else. It's not going to directly affect anybody else. Indirectly, they'll be affected. They'll be hurt by your loss. He went on to say, but you can be replaced. Now, I differ with him on opinion in regards to that, because there's certain contexts where that does not apply. But the truth of the matter is, you have to take care of yourself, man. We all got to take care of ourselves. This goes to women too, but especially men who tend to not get their physicals because they're like, I'm good, and I'm all right. I'll see a doctor when I need to see a doctor. And then you end up seeing a doctor a little bit too late, when things are going wrong in your body that could have been prevented. It shouldn't have had to take for me to get a heart scare, thinking that I might have high blood pressure or angina or something of that other, for me to go get myself checked out. I shouldn't have waited until something didn't look right or appear to look right in my, fecal matter in order for me to get myself checked out. See, because I have sort of changed my diet a bit than the way I used to. I need to get a little bit more disciplined, but I've been a lot more disciplined than I have been prior to just under 2 years ago. At one point, I was about 280, maybe 285 pounds. Thanks be to God, through cutting out some junk and eating a little better, thanks to my lovely wife, I am about 25, 30 pounds lighter. Keep on fluctuating, but I gotta turn up the heat when it comes to my workout, and get a little bit more serious with my eating habits, even more so that way I could truly lose the weight I want to lose and get to my desired weight. I'll tell you what that is as I get closer to the goal. But again, I'm saying all this to say that men, we gotta take better care of ourselves. We have to go to the doctor. We absolutely have to go and see the doctor. It's just once a year. It's all he asks. Once a year. Go see a doctor. Him or her will take care of you, check you out, make sure everything's working as it should, and whatever concerns there are, they'll be addressed accordingly. I say all that because ultimately, we are the temple of the living God. Those of us who are believers. Whether you're a believer or not, you are made in the image of God. And you're worthy of dignity and respect. So, be respectful to yourself. Show some dignity for yourself. Show some self-worth, some self-love. Go get yourself checked out. Men, do your annuals. Do your physicals. Go see the doctor. Make sure everything is working okay. Especially those of you who are believers, you should do this because we need our temples in order to serve the Lord the way that we should, to the best of our ability. But how can we know what we can do with our bodies if we don't know what's going on with our bodies? All right? Have yourself a blessed one. And remember, Romans 12, verses 1 and 2. I urge you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies as living sacrifice, that you may prove. I urge you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies as living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto him, which is your reasonable service. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed from this world, by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. God bless you. Peace.